Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your man, the Grass Ninja. I just read chapter 71. I've been breezing through the comments. I've been seeing what people in the community are saying. It's a very polarizing chapter right here, because a lot of people are debating whether they want to drop the manga because it's been rather boring lately. Like, some people out here calling the series Boruto. It's the funniest thing I've heard all week, to be honest. But, and then we got, like, other people who are, like, excited to see where this goes and stuff. Some people are big fans of the new characters. Me, personally, for this chapter, I was mainly excited because my predictions about Code not having any new abilities and probably just getting faster, better, stronger, but eventually just getting outsped, because if he can't do anything about the speed of these people, it doesn't matter. So that was proven correct in this chapter for me. So Code is still trash villain to me. We got statements basically putting him and Kawaki at a similar tier right now, so that matchup still very likely, especially with how the chapter ended off. We got some interesting dialogue with Eida, Amado, Daemon, Bug, a lot of stuff going down this chapter. So let's break it all down. Let's start with the interesting things to take away from the entire chapter, and then we'll do a full breakdown of the whole thing. So the first thing that the first shit or whatever, Amado's full name. We got a clan name for this dude, alright? So my man's name is Sanzu Amado, right? Or Amado Sanzu, right? The way the manga depicts these people's names most of the time is they put last name in front and then the first name. So like Uchiha, Sasuke, Uzumaki, Boruto, right? So my man Amado is from the Sanzu clan, alright? So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if we're going to get any information on the Sanzu or like any backstory or anything. Probably not, you know, but maybe an anime filler episode in the future. Who knows? That might be something to look forward to. We get a timeline confirmation. So apparently we are 1 day past since Code initially invaded the village, which led to Kawaki reawakening his karma. Boruto quote-unquote died and all that. So we are literally 1 day removed since those events in chapter 71, alright? Now, Daemon's weakness has been revealed to us, or at least how his powers work. It's not really a weakness, but if you know how they work, you can take advantage of it. So apparently if Daemon is touching you with his hands, then he has the ability to reflect your attacks. Now, it's not specifically stated whether or not he has to touch you just one time, or if while he's holding you or touching you, he can reflect your attacks. But it does seem to be the case that he has to touch you or be touching you to reflect your attacks, alright? Because Code tries to take advantage of that later on, and then it still doesn't work. So Code displays 0 new abilities this chapter, and then proceeds to get speed blitzed by Daemon multiple times, despite knowing Daemon's weakness and functions. So even though he knows how to take advantage of Daemon's powers, and he has his limiters removed, he's still not fast enough to do anything about it, alright? So, like I was saying, if he doesn't get fast enough to do anything, he can't accomplish shit. Like, he's still relying on the claw marks, makes it look like he has no new powers. So yeah, his power-up was kind of meaningless. Like, Kawaki has instantaneous movement with the Sukuna Hakona, so if Daemon is too fast for him, instantaneous movement is probably too fast for him as well. Code is some doo-doo right now, but that being said, Code and Kawaki might be on a relative playing field, or at least on some sort of equal footing, as both of them were stated by different people in multiple occasions this chapter to be stronger than anyone in Konoha, right? Like, stronger than the Hokage, stronger than Sasuke. So we got multiple statements this chapter backing up that line of logic. And then the chapter kind of ends off with Code vowing to take revenge, and he's gonna literally take everything away from Kawaki, since Kawaki has taken everything away from him. Alright, so we got a really rage-filled Code by the end of this chapter. It looks interesting, but now Code doesn't have the benefit of working with Daemon. If anything, he's going to be working against Daemon, right? So my earlier video with Code, or with Kawaki being stronger than Code, or Kawaki being the strongest in the verse, it's backed up by this chapter, and that was just a prediction. So Let's go into a full breakdown of the entire chapter. Let's cover everything that happened real quick, and then we can wrap this video up, right? So, chapter starts off, Bug is like watching all this drama unfold with Code trying to kill Amado and stuff, and then we get a clan name reveal of Amado, Sanzu Amado, or Amado of the Sanzu clan, right? Eida and Code, they eventually have a falling out, so no longer do their interests align. Despite the months that have passed for us in real life, Shikamaru reminds us that the events with Code infiltrating Konoha, or Kawaki regaining the karma, and Boruto quote-unquote dying, all that shit took place last night, so it's literally been one day since that battle. Shikamaru also informs the gang that not only do they have to deal with Eida and her lust ability, or the Simp no Jutsu, but also there is an unknown entity, another super cyborg that they have to deal with as well, referring to Daemon, alright? Now, Bug relays some secrets of how Daemon's powers actually work to Code. This is really controversial. Like, I've seen a lot of people in the main comments on the chapter. I read the chapter on Viz. Apparently, when fighting Daemon, you need to be cautious of his palms, because it's not only like he can reflect your abilities, but it's only when he's touching others with his hands that the actions that you're thinking about or intending on doing get reflected back at you. Now, this seems like some major BS. Like, this smells like plot holes everywhere, because we can go back a couple chapters, find multiple panels of Daemon reflecting people's attacks without him necessarily touching them with his hands, or even touching them at all. Now, we might have to do some deeper digging, because there is some wiggle room here, where maybe all he has to do is touch you once, and then there's some sort of time limit where he can reflect your intentions, or if he's touched you once, then the greater your intent to kill him increases the duration or whatever. But Code tries to take advantage of this in this chapter, so that kind of also debunks that line of thinking. It's just a major plot hole, and it's very messy. Daemon is a very controversial character right now. So yeah, regardless though, even though Code knows how the reflection works, regardless of Daemon's abilities, Code is still no match for Daemon and gets completely outsped. Like, he gets blitzed throughout the entire chapter. He literally gets like the worst talking to. Like, imagine feeling like you're invincible, and then this 9-year-old kid just Bushido Browns you into the ground. Like, Code is hurt, bro. Not even just his back, his pride, bro. It was brutal what happened to him in this chapter. Now, Daemon says that Code does seem to be stronger than Jigen. Now, I don't know if that means Daemon tangoed with Jigen at some point in the past or whatever, but according to him being the strongest and all, saying that he was, or he does seem to be stronger than Jigen, means that, like, Naruto, Sasuke, anyone in the village right now should be easy for Code to defeat, and Daemon also states that, alright? Now, Code, realizing how bad the situation is, essentially just plans to run away, so he plans to retreat, but before he dips out, he restates his mission and all that, which is basically fulfill Ishiki's will, cultivating the divine tree, obtaining the fruit, become an Otsutsuki, and he wants to do all this even more now so that he can determine what his true feelings towards Eida truly are, alright? So does Code actually want to love Eida like he says, or is that just a manipulation from her ability and he wants to actually kill her? Because if he finds out that he doesn't truly love her, best believe the chakra fruit enhanced Code he's coming back. You know, my man is hurt, bro. His heart's broken. His back's fucked up. It was not cool what happened to this dude this chapter, right? So he leaves, right? Code runs away. Now, Amado begins to explain his whole master plan since Code has successfully retreated from the battlefield. Now, Amado states that Kawaki's his trump card. He's his ace up his sleeve or whatever. And he states that nobody in Konoha can oppose Kawaki's power. Not even the Hokage. Nobody stands a chance. Nobody except for Amado, due to the fact that Amado has engineered some unique emergency shutdown command that only Amado can use, right? So this is similar to how Amado shut down Delta earlier in the series. Like, all he has to do is say, like, you know, like, there's no dress code, or it's bedtime Eida, or like nap Kawaki or whatever, right? And then my dude is done. Now, Amado also does a lot more talking. He seems to have negotiated some sort of deal with Eida in order to like prolong his life. He saved his life basically, and in doing so, he has promised her that he'll explain everything he's planning to do with Kawaki in his entire master plan. He's basically explained that he'll tell her everything as long as he gets to tell her in front of the people of Konoha. So he wants to make it back to the Hidden Leaf Village so he can tell everybody everything all at once. He doesn't want to have to repeat himself. He wants everyone to know. And then he also backs this up by saying, like, you should, he basically tells Eida that she needs to accept Shikamaru's offer to join forces with Konoha if she is truly trying to build a relationship with Kawaki, right? Now, this all sets up Amado's final question, which is basically, shall we head out to Konoha? Now, all this is left open-ended. We don't know how this resolves. We don't know if Eida agrees, because multiple times during this dialogue, Eida says, hurry up and tell me what you're planning or I'll kill you, which feels weird because, like, if she was serious about killing him, she would have did it after the second time, especially how she handled Code this chapter, but, you know, it's weird. And then we check to see what Code is doing, right? Code, his rage is boiling. Literally, it boils to the surface as he's dealing with the fact that Kawaki is the reason that he's failed at everything he's ever tried to do, right? Like, he's literally saying stuff like, how come he ended up being the legitimate vessel? Why couldn't it have been me, right? And then he's like, and now he has Eida too. Like, Eida wants to be with him instead of being with me. Every single time, he takes away what's important to me, right? He wanted to be with the Otsutsuki. He wanted to be Ishiki's vessel. Kawaki stole that. He loves Eida. He wants to be with this girl. Eida's like, get out of here, okay? I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm trying to get with Kawaki, right? Now, this rage boils up to the point where Code literally swears that he will destroy everything that's precious to Kawaki, literally name-dropping the Hokage, his friends, and the entire village. Like, anything Kawaki holds dear and deems is precious to him, Code vows that he's going to destroy it. So, we got a rage-filled Code. Amado and Eida are probably going to work their way back to Konoha. Shikamaru and everybody are planning on what to do in case they run into this person again. It's a good chapter, but the information that we were given and the fact that, like, if you're a Code fan, like, if you were a fan of Code, you're not gonna like this chapter. But me, I've been saying it the whole time. Code's a one-trick pony. He's kind of boring. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty much the whole chapter, though. But let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Like, how do you feel about the Boruto manga, this current arc with the enhanced cyborgs or the super cyborg arc? Are you on the side of the fence where, like, this whole series might as well just be called Boring Toe? Or are you like, yeah, I like where this is going, this is kind of interesting, you want to see where it goes from here? But yeah, just let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm your man, the Grass Ninja, signing off.